Yeah, I mean, look, we have the lowest threshold of the 19 states that allow a recall in the country, and all you need is about a quarter of the people that voted for Donald Trump getting this recall petition to the voters this November. So I'm anticipating it goes on. We're taking it very seriously. This is the sixth recall effort. And
trial previously was 13 months. We've done it in 4, and the second candidate was done in 4 months and 1 week, and we have 6 candidates that we're producing. So hopefully we'll get to the phase very soon where we have the vaccine out there and we're able to start moving back to rebuilding our country and cleaning up the aftermath of what this global pandemic has caused. Not
only long years in Afghanistan, the U.S. is on the verge of withdrawing all of its forces from the country, bringing an end to this nation's long moment. Imagine the courage it takes to do that job. It is impossible to describe the pain and suffering unleashed by these terrorists, both at the scene of the attack and inside the homes of the families of the fallen.
Well, yeah, I think that right now, the honeymoon's over. There was a moment where it's like Trump's, goodbye Trump, hello vaccines. We're so glad to see you, Joe Biden. That's kind of how this.
Last few years, I've been working to bring attention to the heroin and prescription opioid abuse epidemic that is impacting my state and communities nationwide. This is a life or death issue. In 2015, 420 New Hampshire residents lost their lives to a drug overdose, more than the number of people.
I couldn't be there today, but I want to celebrate the National Federation of Republican Women. Now, last year during the election, not many people thought we had a chance. They didn't just think that Republicans would lose, but we would get clobbered. But as the election wore on, it turned out that the media and the Democrats were the ones in for the surprise.
Here's what today. A highly qualified jurist became Justice Brett Kavanaugh. And secondly, the Senate established that smear campaigns based upon uncorroborated allegations would not be allowed to destroy somebody and their ability to serve our country.
To represent the beautiful 13th District of California in Congress. Every February, we celebrate Black History Month. But this year is particularly meaningful as we mark the 400th year since the first African slaves arrived on the shores of America. Families.
My best example was a hairdressing industry where I thought, oh, you're a hairdresser, pretty hard to build a robot to automate hair cutting or something. Once I gave a talk on stage, it was before COVID, and I said this on stage. One of my friends who's a robotics researcher was in the audience, and afterwards she stood up and
We all have a responsibility to stop the spread of COVID-19. Together, we need to make smart decisions, not only for ourselves, but also for our neighbors. The best way to prevent the spread of COVID-19 is to reduce exposure. That means practice social distancing. This could be a long road. Our modeling suggests that we could be 8 weeks from peak infection.